DJ Merks. Hey, big head.
Hey guys, it's your girl Big Head Ari back again with another girl talk video. Okay, so guys, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Okay, hit the thumbs up on this video and bust it. Turn on your notification bell so you can rock with me every single time I'm posting, because I post a lot. Okay, and I need you to stay up to date on the videos. So girl, shout out to you. Okay, shout out to your big head ass. All right. So in this video, guys, I wrote down some notes because y'all know I be forgetting what I be talking about, why I be talking about it. But in this video, I want you to stick around if you feel you may have high functioning depression. Okay, and also I want to let you know that your daily routines may be holding you back in your life. So stick around and let's talk about it. Okay, so you heard me mention that your daily routines can be holding you back in your life, and you're probably like, Big Head, what you mean? So let me explain it to you. So I'm such a routine person. Like, I'm such a creature of habit, and I just turned 28 on November 16th. Happy birthday to me. And I've been reflecting a lot on my life, and I noticed that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. And I know that I have big dreams and big plans for my life. I know that I want to be huge, okay? I want to be a huge superstar. I want to go many places. I want to travel. I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to create videos. Like, I want to do everything that I have ever aspired to do. But I noticed that I could be a lot further in life if I didn't allow myself to get caught up into heavy routines, to where the routines have become so habitual that it's hard to stop and it's hard to kind of change things around so that you can get the things that you want. And so you might be asking me what kind of routines may be, you know, routines that are able to hold you back. Smoking cigarettes, you know, watching so much TV, social media, you know, eating out all the time. You know, we just get so set in, you know, doing things every day the same way that when you try to switch it up, it feels very uncomfortable, and you kind of don't want to do that. You want to stick to what you've been doing, you know, every single day. But just think about it. Like, if you were just to take the time to, let's say, change your diet, and if you know that you habitually eat out 5 nights a week in a 7-day week, then if you were to just take 2 of those days and don't eat out and actually cook a healthy meal, like, think of the benefits that are coming to you. You know, cooking in the house is much better than eating processed foods outside. You know what I'm saying? Fatty foods, processed foods, food that's just whipped together fast and tossed to you outside of a drive-through window, opposed to coming home and cooking some vegetables, some baked food, some salmon, you know, different things that are more beneficial and better for your body, because like they say, you are what you eat. So also, like smoking, if you know that you smoke, you know, every time you finish eating, you smoke a cigarette after you finish eating breakfast, after you finish eating lunch, after you finish, you know, eating dinner, or you like to smoke and drive when you're driving down the street, or you like to smoke and work on your laptop while you're doing your work, or whatever the case may be. You need to break that routine. You need to cut that, because you're never going to stop smoking if you do the same thing, smoke the same cigarettes at the same time every day, eat the same fast food restaurants when you get off of work every day. Like, you need to switch it up. So you need to either try to incorporate exercise in your routine. You need to create a positive routines, a positive structured life, a positive structured day, so that your routines are not holding you back from where you really could be. Because just think of how, like me, let me tell you, I like to wake up in the morning, I like to cook some breakfast, I like to get Alani in it. I'll be wanting my daughter, Alani, if you don't know, Alani is my 1-year-old daughter. Like, I'll be trying to have her go according to my routines, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gets sleepy on her own time, but I'll be trying to get things done and cook and clean the bathroom and do all this before she gets sleepy so that, you know, I can have time to do me whenever she does take a nap. But sometimes it don't always go like that. Like babies, you know, babies, they kind of do their own thing. They don't go according to your routines. So it's important for us to switch it up. Incorporate prayer, incorporate exercise, incorporate meditating. If you usually take the long way home, take the short way. Or if you always take the short way, take the long way from work one day. You know what I'm saying? Just take a second to look at the scenery, to see things around you, because sometimes when we're so set in our routine, we're always doing the same things every day. We don't realize how what's the word I'm looking for? We're so privileged. You know what I'm saying? We don't realize how lucky we are. You know, like so many people don't have a roof over their head. So many people don't even get to have a routine because they don't even have a house, clothes, food in their refrigerator, a car. So they don't even get to have a routine. But it's important to break those bad habits. Somebody told me it now takes 60 days to break a habit. It used to be 21 days, but I think it is 60 days. That sounds about right, because you can get used to doing something really easily. And so, you know, you could get used to doing something bad really easily in 21 days. You could create a habit in 21 days, break a habit in 21 days, 60 days, whatever the case may be. But guys, you just want to cut those routines, because those routines, unless it's healthy, unless your routines are making you grow as a person, you know, unless your routines are feeding your mental health, feeding your physical health, you know, unless your routines are very positive, you know what I'm saying, then they're fine. But if you know that you have a daily routine like me that's just not very healthy, you know, you could be doing so much more, you could be so much more productive, you know, your routines are making you be lazy or making you put things on the back burner, you know what I'm saying, scrolling on social media for hours and that. Like, listen, get those routines in order, okay? Because your daily routines are holding you back from your true potential, your true self, on who you could really be, okay? So another thing I wanted to address, which ties in with your daily routines, is having high functioning depression. A lot of people don't know what high functioning depression is, because most people feel like when you're depressed, you're lifeless, you're sad, you're in the bed all day, you're not wanting to do anything. But let me tell you something. High functioning depression is for people who don't allow depression to get them in the bed, to get them down. There's still people that go to work. There's still people that cook dinner. There's still people that cook dinner for their kids, for themselves, go to work, do normal things, hang out with friends. But on the inside, you guys are feeling lonely. You guys are feeling like, oh my gosh, there has to be something more to life. And I want to give you 7 signs that you may be dealing with high functioning depression. Your routines, your daily routines, may be a sign that you are having high functioning depression, and you may need to seek a counselor. You may need to, seek a close family member or somebody to talk to, but you may need to take some time to reflect and see, do you have high functioning depression? Now, the only reason why I went to go look this up is because I know I just had a baby a year ago, 17 months ago, and I know that I had a bout of postpartum depression. Like, I know that I had postpartum depression because I didn't have no feelings of harming my baby. I was absolutely in love with my baby, but I had to where I felt like I waited too long in life to have kids. So I had my first child at 27, and I felt like a lot of my friends had their kids when they were younger. So I have felt like I spent so much time by myself that the transition of having a child, and now when you get out the car, you got to go get the car seat out. And now when you're getting ready to go to an event, you got to get you dressed and another person dressed. And then my baby is very attached to me. She's breastfed, so she is very clingy to me. And so, I'm just as clingy to her. It's like we both have separation anxiety, but it was just very difficult for me to have that transition. But I didn't show it on the outside, because if you ask anyone who's close to me, they probably didn't even know that I was dealing with those things or thoughts. But it just was like in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, like maybe I should have had her when I had more energy. And I'm only 28 now, but I'm thinking like maybe I should have had her when I was 20, 21. But no, I needed to go to college. I had to get my degree. I had to do things. So, your bout of postpartum or high functioning depression may be different. So here are 7 signs that you may be dealing with high functioning depression, okay? So one sign is you have other health issues. And I know I do. I have Crohn's disease, And when you have other health issues, it makes you feel stressed out, because it's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, having Crohn's disease is so aggravating to me. Like, having to go shit all the time is very aggravating to me. Like, having to take medicine all the time, I have to take self injections at home, is very aggravating to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me feel stressed out, it makes me feel irritable, it makes me feel fatigued, and it's like, having health issues can really take a toll on your mental. So that could be a sign that you have high functioning depression, because you're dealing with your health issue. You may have Crohn's disease like me, you may have high blood pressure, you may have seizures, you may have IBS, you may have arthritis, whatever you may have back problems. I don't know. Like, having other health issues, not being 100%, 100 billfold fine, not being 100% healthy could definitely take a toll on you and, contribute to high functioning depression symptoms. Another one is you're sleeping differently. When you find yourself laying down to go to sleep and you cannot go to sleep, like, you got to watch YouTube until 8 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, just to make yourself sleepy, or you got to take some pill that induces sleep, a NyQuil, something, like, or if you find that you're just up, your thoughts are keeping you up, like, your thoughts are keeping you up, you cannot go directly to sleep, you cannot have your body, you do not find your body just relaxing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could be a sign that you're just unsettled within yourself. You may have high functioning depression, and you may need to go seek a counselor, because your sleep should be very peaceful, should be very relaxful. You should wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, like you could take on a new day. But when you're not sleeping, listen, when you don't get the proper sleep, it leads to bad poor eating habits, because when you mad sleepy, you're just gonna go and grab some sugary stuff to keep you up. It leads to poor eating habits. It leads to having mood swings, because you're tired. So people talking to you, you don't want to talk early in the morning, because you haven't been asleep all damn day. You know what I'm saying? So all damn night, I mean. So you don't want to talk to people. You're very irritable. You know what I'm saying? And sleep really contributes to our overall health. You know what I'm saying? So when you getting enough sleep at night, you overall feel better. So another one is using vices such as alcohol, video games, cigarettes, whatever the case may be. You could definitely be dealing with a bout of high functioning depression if you are using other things as a vice to get over whatever it is that you're dealing with. So if you see yourself spending hours and hours playing Fortnite, Call of Duty, 2K, whatever the case may be, because you just don't feel like doing nothing else, you're just all cooped up to yourself, that could be a symptom. That could be a sign. If you find yourself smoking mad bud, mad weed, mad cigarettes, popping pills, ecstasy, tramadol, hydrocodone, whatever the case, whatever drug it could be, okay? Taking needles, I don't know what people's things are out there. But if you find yourself looking to do these things, you could be dealing with depression, and you really need to try to seek help. You need to try to talk to somebody about it, because it's okay. And trust me, it's other people going through the same thing. I have so many friends right now that are using other vices such as drugs, alcohol, pills to cope with things. So please don't feel ashamed, don't feel embarrassed, because I don't, okay? I'm me, I am who I am, okay? And I'm not perfect. Another one is you decline social invitations. That is a big one for me, because that is me all the way, okay? I'm always declining social invitations. I'm always getting dudes hitting me up on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Facebook, like, hey, you're so beautiful, I wouldn't mind taking you out. I'll be having friends that be like, yo, come over here with me to this, let's go to a party, let's go get some drinks. And me, myself, I would rather stay in the house with my daughter and work on YouTube videos, work on, my lash company, whatever. Or sometimes I don't even want to do all that stuff. Sometimes I just want to stay in the house and do nothing. And I know that I'm a person that likes to be productive. So the simple fact that sometimes I choose to just decline social invitations and just stay in the house. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be around my family. Sometimes I shut myself off from my family, close my door, just me and my daughter in my room. And I know that I might be having a mood swing at that time, or I may be dealing with, a little situation, a little bout of high functioning depression. So, recently I have looked up a counselor, a mental health counselor, and I'm going to start speaking to a counselor so that I can get the help that I need, because I have been through so many things in my life that it plays on me mentally. It makes me feel sometimes like I need to close myself off in a cocoon, because it be so much shit going on in my mind. So if you find yourself declining social invitations, you don't want to go hang out, you would rather stay home, smoke weed, you would rather stay home with your family by yourself, I don't know, you'd rather just stay home, you may be dealing with high functioning depression. Another one is always being worried, always being anxious, always having anxiety, always feeling paranoid. Living your normal life, you should not feel worried all the time. Living your normal life, you should not feel anxious all the time. You should be able to feel comfortable, feel at ease with yourself. You should be able to feel settled within your body. You should not be walking around always feeling paranoid, feeling anxious. That's not natural. That's not normal, okay? So, I mean, you know, as a human being, of course, you're going to have some worry feelings. As a parent, you know, as a normal human, you're going to have worry feelings, anxious feelings at certain times. But if you find yourself 100% of the time always feeling worried, always feeling anxious, always questioning yourself, as like, oh my God, listen, that's not normal, okay? You don't want to conduct your life living worried all the time, okay? You need to have a sense of peace within yourself. So you need to try to find things that could ease that worrying, that anxiousness. You know, meditation really helps. Try to have a cup of tea at night. You know what I'm saying? Nice cup of hot tea. Sit down by yourself. Watch your favorite movie, okay? Self-care, pampering yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just take time for yourself so that you can kind of ease those anxious feelings, ease that worrying, ease all that paranoia, because you should not be feeling like that. That could be a sign that you may have high functioning depression. And like I said, people with high functioning depression are people that go to work, cook dinner, are out here functioning normally. Like if you really looked at them from just face value, they don't even look like they're going through anything, but on the inside, they're screaming inside. So that could definitely be a symptom or a sign of high functioning depression. Another one is being very grouchy and irritable. Let me tell you something. I'm super crazy, all right? I get mad irritable. I get mad upset really fast. I'm like a ticking time bomb sometimes. You know, I'm also very sensitive. So somebody could say something to me that hurts my feelings and makes me cry very easily. And they could be like, damn, I didn't even mean it like that. But I'm like that type of person. So if you find yourself being very grouchy, very irritable, things is always pissing you off, you start yelling and that vein right there start coming out, or the wrinkles in your forehead start coming out because you blacking on people, going off, using your hands like this, acting crazy, you whoop somebody ass, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be like that, okay? You do not want to be a ticking time bomb, okay? You do not want to have people have control over your emotions and your feelings to where they say one thing and you lose your shit. You don't want that. So you definitely need to find, I don't know if you need to get some stress balls, roll them around in your hand. I don't know what you need to do, a string, pull it when you're mad, count to 10, something. But you have to find a way to curb your irritableness, because you have to be rational. You have to learn how to calm down, especially if you're a parent. You know what I'm saying? You can't be going off on your kids. You can't be going off on your family members. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to really get a hold on that. So that could be a sign that you have high functioning depression. And lastly is if you have a family history of high functioning depression, or if depression or, you know, addiction runs in your family, you definitely want to seek help, get a counselor, talk to someone that you really trust, because having those things in your family, it goes through generations. You know what I'm saying? It's generational cycles, and you want to break that. You know, your grandma might have been dealing with addiction or depression, you know, your granddad, then your mom or your sister or whoever down the line, and you don't want that stuff spiritually spilling over into your life, because you don't deserve it, okay? You don't deserve any of that. It's not yours. So you want it to go where it came from. Depression and all that stuff, you want to bind it in the name of Jesus, rebuke it in the name of Jesus, and you don't want to accept any of those things from generational curses, because we breaking it now. So if you do know you have a history of family health issues, family depression, different things like that, I would say definitely go and seek help. Definitely look up a counselor. My job offers free mental health counseling. See if your HR at your job offers that, okay? Go to your nearest emergency room and tell them, like, I need help. I'm losing it inside. Maybe not your emergency room, but maybe your physician, you know, your normal, your family doctor. But Google it. There are plenty of counselors in your city. I know it is, because it's plenty in my city. And if you don't have insurance, or you can't afford it, I would try to talk to God. I would try to write things down, because you might not have somebody that you could talk to. The best thing I would tell you to do is write it down. Write it down. Get a journal like this. I have so many journals, and this was only 99 cents in Walmart. Get a journal. Write down your feelings, and every time you feeling like you going crazy inside, try to write it down. If you don't want to write it, record a voice note on your phone, you know what I'm saying, for you to listen to later. But definitely start to try to break those routines, those daily routines that are not really helping you grow, and try to, you know, really identify whether you may be dealing with any type of depression, high functioning depression, or anxiety, or different things like that. Don't always try to jump to medicating yourself or having your doctor to medicate you or giving you some type of prescription. Definitely try to tackle these things naturally by talking to a counselor, by changing your routines, exercise, incorporating different positive and healthy things into your lifestyle and your daily, you know, routines. And I think that we're all going to be good. But I think the first step is us admitting that yes, we're functioning well in society, we're going to work, we're doing the things that we're normally supposed to do, but inside we don't necessarily feel as happy to capacity as we could. You know what I'm saying? Things could be better, and it's nothing but a little bit of tender love and care that you got to give to yourself and your life. It's basically your life talking to your life, saying, hey life, let's get it right. So guys, if you resonated with anything in this video, drop a boom 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 in the comments. That's how I'm gonna know that you made it to the end of this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up on this video, turn on your notification bell if you want to see more. If you want to be notified every time I post. And if you want to see more girl talk videos like this one, comment down below with some topics that you would like me to address, and we will get right to it. Remember, I got a big head, okay? And I'm Bigheadariebusiness. I will see you in the next video.